Today, we took a bike ride to the Bell Museum. Huge building. Let's have an adventure. I was sitting here and ended up looking up at this just beautiful mural that's up here. Then we've got constellations and the moon over in this corner. Totally wrapped. So here in the space exhibit at the museum, I found what might be one of the coolest, just most literal ways to teach somebody about spectrography when it comes to the atmosphere of a planet. So take a look here. We got investigate a planet. And then keep in mind what JWST does is we get spectrography readings, and they're able to, use these readings. See, there's readings for methane and ozone and titanium oxide and oxygen. And very similar to this, they're able to take the light that is coming through these planets' atmospheres and measure it to be able to tell what is more than likely making up that atmosphere. Which is hopefully what we hope is that eventually leads us to the discovery of intergalactic life somewhere out in space. We're not there yet. Hopefully we are. And just once again, I just gotta look at that. Anytime I see the Copernicus model, I always think of Carl Sagan in Cosmos whenever he's talking about Copernicus. And specifically when he's talking about Copernicus, this outer layer right here, the immobilis, is what Copernicus describes in the dream that he had as lifting the curtain and kind of seeing beyond the curtain of what the current understanding was of, developing this heliocentric model. It's awesome. This exhibit right here is also a very important thing that people should understand, is that as cool as it would be, space just does not look like the pictures that we see. Like the pictures that we're used to of space. Space just doesn't look like that to the human eye, because unfortunately you and I, as humans, we're not able to see the electromagnetic spectrum. We're not able to see infrared. If we did, it would be very different. And to show you an example of that, we have this globe. And look, we're up here. All right. So whenever it comes to the visible light spectrum and the infrared light spectrum, you can see me. Our vision is very, very different. And these satellites, like JWST, is able to pick up on the most minute waves of light that are coming, which is why it's capable of doing something like a deep field image. I worry that's a grain of sand at arm's length in the night sky. That whole image with the hundreds and hundreds of galaxies that you see on it. This might seem a bit ranty, but space, y'all, space. Let me just say, the space stuff is not the only high effort part of this museum. Take a look at this. I gotta give you a close-up on some of these exhibits because this is awesome. Rough one, man. Rough one. So about 50,000 years ago, there is a meteorite impact that happens. It caused a crater that was almost a mile across, a little over half a mile, it's 0.6. But they have a piece of the Canyon Diablo meteorite here. That rock killed a lot of stuff. Dap it up, man. It's good. It's good, dude. You're looking good. You're looking tight. Tight. Not like a tiger. No. Just got out of the planetarium show, which was awesome because it was a lecture style planetarium show where you were able to look at different things across space. We'll definitely be back for more of those because I would love to see the rest of them. You got games on your phone? A cool part of this exhibit is you go into a part that is, what is the future? You know, we've been through space, we've been through the creation of Earth, we've been through the, life beginning to biodiversify as well. But there is the important question of what does the future look like? Well, as a matter of fact, the future looks a lot like this. Fields over here, you can actually see cars parked over there. There's people walking around in the fields over on the far side as well. This is projects by scientists here with the university. They are out there doing real work. So when you're looking at the future here at the Bell Museum, it's literally right outside the window. So overall, honestly, I showed not even a quarter of the stuff that I ended up seeing today because I was just like, eventually it was just like, people just need to come here and see this for themselves. Highly recommend, if you come to Bell, go see the planetarium show, especially the one about asteroids and comets and celestial bodies, because that is an interactive show where they have somebody basically like doing a lecture based off of the things that the audience chooses for stellar bodies out in space and around our solar system. So highly recommend that. Plus, if you come to the Bell Museum, talk to the staff. They're all active scientists that are working in college towards being in a science field. Pick their brains, talk to them. This is the next generation of scientists that are out here. Honestly, 10 out of 10. This museum was beautiful. It is very richly detailed and information heavy and enjoyable to look at and interact with. And plus, I mean, just look at this place. It's beautiful. So get over here to the Bell Museum, come take a look.